So the envelopes have been opened, the speeches have been made, and the news from Hollywood's biggest night is finally setting in. Now it's time to break it all down, from the wins to the snubs and more. Joining us today are two Sacramento cinema buffs who've been following every twist and turn of the awards season. Let's say hello to Sacktown Movie Buffs Film Fest president and owner Keir Stows and their CEO Jason Alley. Welcome back, guys.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
Thanks for having us again.
We're happy to be talking to you about a very, very big night. So now that the winners are official, Best Actor, were you surprised?
You know, I wasn't surprised in the Best Actor category because I think that, as Jason and I were discussing, the smart money was on Adrian Brody. I was rooting for Colman Domingo, but I figured that he wasn't going to get it. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, okay, so let's also get into the supporting categories. Who stole the spotlight in the Best Supporting Actor and Actress races, in your opinion?
Oh, I think those went very much in line with the predictions. I think Kieran Culkin was a lock for Real Pain. Deservingly so, I think. It was a great movie, great performance. And Zoe Saldana won for Emilia Perez.
Yeah.
So, those were considered locks, I think, from the outset.
Those were the two most solid categories for me was the winners in those two.
Yeah, I agree. And then, Zoe Saldana gave a very beautiful speech as well, too.
Exactly,
so just to hear that and her talking about what this win means to her, I think was very special.
Right.
Yeah, and Kieran Culkin, it sounds like he dropped a couple of expletives because they muted his mic, which doesn't surprise me with him either. He tends to do that.
Yeah, he's a little wild.
The Oscars are prepared for that, though, right? They know when to...
they got that 3-second delay.
Yep, exactly. Just for those moments. Okay, and then let's talk about Best Director. Thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think I predicted that Sean Baker was actually going to win that one for Anora, which obviously ended up being the big winner of the night. So I think we were both kind of on the money on that one as well. So
yeah, this is a strong category. Sean Baker is one of my favorite filmmakers working now. I've been a big fan of his since I saw Tangerine years ago, and I would have never thought I'd see him on that podium, and I mean that as a compliment.
And such, like you mentioned, such a huge night for Anora. Best Director, Best Actress, Best Picture.
For sure.
Were you surprised for them to get all of those wins, or is that what you were expecting?
Kinda, yeah. I thought it was, this is the first time since Moonlight that my favorite movie of the year also won Best Picture. It's kind of rare. But I was not expecting a sweep for sure. And I was happy to see that it won every award it was up for except for one.
Okay. And a bunch of great speeches that came along with that too.
100%.
Okay, so let's get into some of the drama. Any Oscar snubs that you felt like maybe you thought someone was going to win and they didn't?
You know, for me, I really hate, and I know Jason's kind of the same way, the term snub, because it's really hard to define, because it's obviously opinion based. So I think the only major surprise for me was the Best Actress. I really thought that Demi Moore was going to win that one for The Substance. So I was a little surprised on that. I wasn't heartbroken because I really did love Anora as well. But I just thought her performance definitely was Oscar worthy. So.
What about you, Jason?
Same thing. Demi Moore, I think if anything was an upset last night, it was that. She was largely considered the favorite going in, and she was amazing. She had a really good Golden Globe win and speech, so she had her moment, I think, so I would have loved to see her win, but I'm not mad about Mikey Madison winning because she was great also. It's good. She's only 25 years old, it's great to see somebody so young get such a prestigious honor.
So, agree. Anything about the show that stood out to you?
Like I said, I just didn't think that Anora was going to win as many awards as that it did. I'm not upset about it or mad about it, but it just surprised me that it was going to, because a movie like that usually is not the kind of movie that wins a lot of awards. I think that was the major surprise, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, they said something like it's got the F word in it like 478 times or something like that, which I think it may have been a joke, but it's not that high of a overemphasis.
Okay, not that off from it.
No, it may actually be true, but. Yeah, I thought it was a great show. I thought Conan O'Brien was a wonderful host. I do, even though I like most of the songs nominated this year, I do think it was a good idea to skip the song nominee performances because that tends to weigh the show down even more than it already is.
But, and it's a long show to
begin
with, so.
And we had that opener with Wicked, which I think was fantastic.
For sure.
So, and Wicked also won an award.
Set design.
Production design.
Okay, production design,
and costuming.
And costume, which is good because I think for that category, definitely it was beautiful to look at for
Yeah,
sure.
I
So.
agree. And I was glued to the performance myself too, to see Cynthia Erivo and
it was
Ariana
great.
Grande. Nice way to start things off, right?
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Oh, always love it anytime.
Anytime.
So,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. You can find out more about the Sacktown Movie Buffs Film Festival by heading to sacktownmoviebuffs.com.